What if I told you that owning less could make you happier? That it could free up space, not just in your home, but also in your mind. Imagine waking up every day in a space that's serene, uncluttered, and peaceful. Imagine walking into a room where every item you own adds value to your life and none of them weigh you down. Sounds almost too good to be true, doesn't it? But here's the truth. Minimalists live exactly like this. They don't own things that don't serve them, and they don't hang on to unnecessary stuff. In this video, I'm going to share 15 everyday things that minimalists don't own, things that many of us think we need, but they actually just weigh us down. By the end of this video, you'll discover how letting go of these things can create more space, freedom, and peace in your life. It's time to declutter, simplify, and embrace a life that's more intentional. Ready to let go of the things that are holding you back? Let's get started. Let's get one thing clear. Minimalism isn't about having nothing. It's about choosing to live with only the things that add value to your life. Imagine a home where every object has a purpose. A home where there's no clutter, no unnecessary stuff lying around. That's the essence of minimalism. It's not about living in an empty, sterile space. It's about being intentional with what you keep. It's about making room for the things that matter, things that bring joy, functionality, and peace into your home. And minimalism is the key to that. So, how do minimalists achieve this? The answer is simple. They don't keep things just because they feel like they should. They carefully curate their possessions, keeping only the items that truly serve them. Item 1. Excessive kitchen gadgets. Let's kick things off with the kitchen, the heart of many homes. You've probably got a drawer full of gadgets you never use. Maybe it's a fancy waffle maker, a popcorn machine, or that spiralizer you bought on sale. These items, while fun at first, just end up gathering dust. Minimalists don't clutter their kitchens with gadgets they rarely use. Instead, they focus on the essentials, tools that get the job done, and get it done well. A good knife, a cutting board, and a few quality pots and pans are all they really need. Think about it. How many of your kitchen gadgets have been sitting and used for months, even years? Minimalists understand the power of simplicity. Letting go of these excess gadgets makes cooking easier, faster, and more enjoyable. Item 2. Unused clothes. Now, let's take a look at your closet. How many clothes are just sitting there, taking up space? Maybe clothes you bought years ago but haven't worn in ages, or items you're keeping just in case you lose weight, or just in case the style comes back. Minimalists don't hold onto clothes they don't wear. They curate a wardrobe of only the pieces they love and wear often. No more holding on to just-in-case items. Instead, they invest in high-quality, versatile pieces that they can mix and match. Quality over quantity is the name of the game here. Take a moment. How often do you wear the items in your closet? If it's been more than a year since you wore something, maybe it's time to let go of it. Minimalists know that a smaller, more intentional wardrobe makes life simpler and more stylish. Item 3. Duplicate items. Let's talk about the things we all accumulate over time. Duplicates. We all have that drawer or cupboard full of extra items. Pens, batteries, sets of towels, or even tools that we don't use but can't seem to part with. It's easy to think, what if I need this someday? Minimalists don't hold on to duplicates. They keep just one of each item, the one that's most functional, most useful, or most loved. Think about it. Do you really need 3 sets of spare towels when you barely use the ones you have? Or 5 sets of kitchen knives when one is more than enough? By letting go of duplicates, you free up space and simplify your life. Having fewer things means less time spent organizing, cleaning, and maintaining. Item 4. Sentimental clutter. One of the hardest things to part with can be sentimental items. Those old keepsakes, mementos, and family heirlooms that hold memories of the past. They're often tied to moments in our lives that we don't want to forget. But here's the thing. Holding on to everything doesn't make those memories more special. In fact, it can do the opposite. Minimalists don't hold on to everything from the past. They keep only the items that bring true joy and meaning, and let go of the ones that are just taking up space. This doesn't mean forgetting the past. It means cherishing the memories without the clutter. Let's be honest. How many boxes of old photos, gifts, or old letters do you have in your attic or closet? You don't need everything. You don't need to hold on to every single photograph or every small trinket. Minimalists understand that memories live in our hearts, not in piles of objects. By letting go of the excess sentimental clutter, you can still preserve what matters most. A few photos, a cherished letter, or one keepsake is all you need to hold onto the essence of your memories. The rest, let it go. Free yourself from the emotional weight of holding onto things just because they once had meaning. Item 5. Too many books. Books. For many of us, they're an escape, a source of knowledge, and sometimes, just a comforting presence. But let's be real. How many of the books on your shelf have you actually read in the last year? And how many are just taking up space, sitting there collecting dust? Minimalists don't hold onto every book they've ever owned. Instead, they curate their collection, keeping only the books they truly love and will read again, or the ones that bring them value. You don't need a full bookshelf to feel well-read or accomplished. Instead, minimalists focus on keeping books that bring them the most joy or offer the most knowledge. Think about your bookshelf for a moment. How many of those books are just there because you feel like you should keep them? Let go of the ones that no longer serve you, and free up that space for something better. Let your bookshelf reflect the books you want to read next, rather than the ones you're saving for later. Item 6. Excessive furniture. How many pieces of furniture do you have that don't serve a purpose? Maybe that extra coffee table you don't need, or a chair that's rarely sat in. Many of us end up with more furniture than we actually use, especially if we're not intentional about what we buy. Minimalists avoid cluttering their homes with extra furniture. Instead, they focus on functional, multi-purpose pieces that serve both a practical and aesthetic function. For example, a beautiful coffee table that also functions as extra storage, or a sofa that doubles as a guest bed. Having fewer, well-chosen pieces means you can move freely through your space. More room to breathe, to move, and to live. Do you really need that extra chair in the corner, or would your living space be better without it? Item 7. Excessive beauty products. Another area many of us get caught up in is beauty products. We all love a good skincare routine, right? But how many lotions, serums, or facial masks do you own that you barely use? You know the ones. They look great on the shelf, but half the time, they're not even part of your daily routine. Minimalists own fewer beauty products, but what they do own, they love. They choose products that actually work for their skin, and stick to essentials. Instead of a cabinet full of half-used creams, they keep a smaller collection of high-quality items that actually do the job. This is about more than just skincare. It's about simplifying your routine, removing excess, and focusing on what truly works for you. Imagine opening your bathroom cabinet and seeing only the products you actually use, not a mountain of items you feel guilty about buying. Item 8. Duplicates. How many items in your home do you have 2 or 3 of? Extra kitchen gadgets, multiple sets of towels, or even pairs of shoes. Minimalists keep only one of each item, the most functional or loved one. No more duplicates means fewer things to manage and a cleaner, more streamlined space. You don't need multiple versions of the same thing. Focus on what you truly use and let go of the rest. Item 9. Old technology. Technology moves fast, and before you know it, that old phone or laptop is outdated. Minimalists avoid keeping old electronics that don't serve them anymore. Instead, they focus on upgrading to functional, efficient tech that adds value to their daily life. Take a moment and ask, do you really need that old phone charger that's been in a drawer for years? Or that 10-year-old tablet that's no longer useful? Let go of outdated tech and create space for the technology that works for you. Item 10. Old magazines and paper clutter. You know that pile of magazines or old newspapers you've been holding onto, just in case? Minimalists don't keep old paper clutter, they recycle it. Old magazines or newsletters only take up space and mental energy, so why keep them? The minimalist approach? Keep what's necessary, important documents or a few magazines that inspire you, and let the rest go. Paper clutter doesn't add value to your space or mind. Declutter your surfaces and your life by getting rid of it. Item 11. Extra kitchenware. We all have a tendency to buy extra kitchenware, whether it's sets of dishes, cooking utensils, or that one gadget you thought you'd use more often. But minimalists don't hold on to things they don't need. They keep only what they use regularly. No extra pots or pans lying around. If you have more than one set of dishes, or those utensils you've never used, it's time to reconsider. Minimalism means owning what's necessary and nothing more. You'll feel lighter when you only keep what serves you. Item 12. Outdated fashion items. How many times have you kept clothes in your closet, just in case they come back in style? Minimalists don't hang on to outdated fashion or clothes they'll never wear again. Instead, they curate a wardrobe of versatile, timeless pieces that can be mixed and matched for any occasion. By letting go of old, ill-fitting clothes, you make room for pieces that truly fit your lifestyle. It's about investing in quality pieces that serve you every day, rather than holding on to things you feel guilty about letting go. Item 13. Sentimental kitchen items. Maybe it's that family heirloom dish set or a gifted blender that you never use. Minimalists understand that sentimental items don't need to be kept in every room, including the kitchen. Instead of holding on to items you don't use, let go of those that no longer serve a purpose. Keep the memories, but not the clutter. If it's not helping you live your best life today, it's time to let it go. Item 14. Unnecessary storage bins. How many storage bins do you have tucked away in closets or under the bed, filled with things you've forgotten about? Minimalists don't hold onto items that need to be hidden away in bins. They only keep what's visible and accessible, things that they actively use or love. The key to minimalist living is decluttering everything you don't use regularly and getting rid of the bins that store unnecessary clutter. You'll feel so much better when you open a closet and see only the things you need. Item 15. Excessive holiday decorations. We all love to decorate for the holidays, but how many of those holiday decorations do you only use once a year? Minimalists keep their holiday decorations simple and meaningful, just a few items that truly bring joy. Instead of filling up your storage with boxes of decorations you rarely use, choose a few pieces that bring happiness every season. Keep what adds beauty and warmth to your home, and let the rest go. We've covered 15 common items that minimalists don't own. From sentimental clutter to excessive holiday decorations, these are the things that many of us hold on to without thinking, believing we need them to feel whole. But in reality, owning fewer things gives us more freedom. Freedom from clutter, from guilt, and from excess. Minimalism isn't about depriving yourself, it's about making room for what matters most, the things that add value to your life. Whether it's a more functional kitchen, a curated wardrobe, or just the essentials, minimalism is about living intentionally. Letting go of the unnecessary frees up space for new opportunities, new experiences, and a more peaceful life. Now it's your turn. What's one thing in your home that you're ready to let go of? What's an item that's taking up space but doesn't serve you anymore? Drop a comment below and share what's cluttering up your life. And if you love what you just learned, hit the subscribe button and share this video with someone who could use some decluttering inspiration, and let's keep the conversation going. Together, we can create the space we deserve.